Hi guys, welcome to Latitude Talent Studios. I am here on 8th Avenue in Midtown in New York City, and I am here to talk about acting, of course. So my hair's a little wet because it's raining in Manhattan, so it's a good look, you know. I'm embracing the holidays with some cute little earrings, as we can see, because what's the gift today? The gift is the time you're spending for yourself and your career right now. So props to you, okay? All right, so the topic of today's meeting is top 5 mistakes new actors make. Now, you might say, oh, I'm not a new actor, I don't need to watch this, I don't need to know, I don't need to learn. No, when you stop learning, you're dead. Okay, great. So that means that you always need to keep learning and you're always a student forever. Let's just remember that. So whether you're a new actor, a seasoned actor, an actor who's been in the business a little while, or someone who wants to get in, whatever, you can benefit from this. I'm hoping that you can. If you can't, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm here to share some knowledge, and thanks for tuning in. So, number 1, and then I have questions that I'm gonna answer them. So number 1 is taking things in the audition room too seriously or too personally. So, there is different audition rooms, right? Like they can either be really warm and friendly, like, hey, how are you? We're so happy to see you. Thanks for coming in. Or it can be like, hi, how are you? We're happy to see you. Let's get started. And the first one that I just showed you was actually warm and friendly, which cool, okay. The last one I showed you was neutral. That wasn't cold, believe it or not. A cold audition room would be like, hello, we're gonna get started. You know, actually, I think that's more neutral. You see, the thing is that it doesn't really matter what it is. What matters is that you're not taking it personally, and no matter how they treat you in the room, you do your work and you show up for yourself, okay? Because you come into the audition room to do your job as an actor, which is to, you know, be the character, say your lines, live moment to moment, whatever it is. Or if it's an improv audition, show up, do improv, have fun. Like whatever they ask you to do it, and do it to the best of your ability and show up as yourself. So you don't want to take it personally, like, oh, if they didn't ask you how you are, oh, if they gave a weird look, if they're writing while you're doing things that they're eating. Like, people need to eat, okay? The auditions happen daytime, nighttime, whatever time, and people are gonna eat. And guess what? If people don't eat and they're seeing you in your audition room and you're upset that they're eating while you're auditioning, I'm telling you right now, it's better that they're not hungry watching you, because I know I am not a nice person when I'm hungry. Okay, everyone can attest to that. Thank you. So let them eat, let them look at you with a good mind and a good stomach. So you want to think about what you can control and what you can't control in audition rooms. Yeah, no, seriously, right? LOL is right. Let's see what you guys are saying. Hello, guys. How are you? All right. Oh, wow, we got some. Oh, you're so friendly. Everyone's so nice. I love you guys. Thanks for supporting me. I support you. You know, it's here. But yeah, things you can't control. Train delays. If they're friendly in the room. If they're hungry. If you look like their ex-wife. If the monitor is there. If they're organized. Okay, things you can control. This is a longer list because you can control more things than you think you can. Getting there early, showing up, looking good, feeling confident, liking your outfit, feeling comfortable, walking in the room slow enough where they can understand who you are, saying your name clearly, presenting yourself to the best of your ability, knowing your lines, preparing your lines, being able to not just know your lines, but live moment to moment in the character, knowing the directors' names, knowing who you're auditioning for, knowing their previous roles that they've cast for, previous projects, what other projects are they casting right now, what's going on in the acting industry, okay? All these things you can control. The list goes on and on. So if you want to say things you can't control, yeah, there's plenty of things you can't control, but guess what? You're in control of your career, and there's so many more things you can control, so please, control those things, because those things are gonna push you forward in this career, because this career can be hard, but we're not gonna give up, okay? We're not quitters. Thank you. So don't take things in the audition room too personally. Oh, this is great. Whatever they say, who cares? It doesn't matter, right? Thank you so much. We like you. We'd love to have you. When are you available? What's your availability like? Do you have any conflicts? Great job. We love it. You're great for this role. I can't wait to work with you. That one. You'll be hearing from us. Thank you so much for your time. Great job. These are all things that are really great and really nice to hear, right? But do they help our career? No. They don't really help our career because they confuse us as actors because we get in our minds. Don't get it in your head. No, no, no. Okay? So if they say great job, cool. Thanks for the feedback. I don't care. If they say you did horrible, thanks for the feedback. Cool. You got the part. Thanks for the feedback. I didn't get the part. I'll be your agent. Yeah, Tommy. I didn't get the part until I got the email or call or phone call or whatever it is or text that I got the role and I signed a contract or an NDA, non-disclosure agreement, or release form or whatever it is. Okay? Because if they told you in the room, I'm going to work with you, I'm going to transform your career, you're going to be working with this person, that's all good. But nothing means anything unless it's written on paper, okay? And unless you lock down those dates and you put those in your calendar and you take off of all your other commitments for those dates. So just remember, no matter what they say in the room, no matter how nice, how not nice, how neutral, whatever it is, doesn't matter, okay? Just keep going. Feedback is great. This is a business of opinions. We must remember that it's a business of opinions. You're going to hear a lot of different opinions, and you can only take so many. Don't ask for too many opinions. Don't ask for feedback from people you don't trust. Don't ask for too many things because, you don't want to hear, some people are not rooting for you, and you want to make sure you're only spending time with people who are in your circle and who are going to support you, okay? Because you want to make sure that you're spending time and your energy with things that can propel you forward in your life. That's my gift to you. Time. Okay, back to the story. So, taking direction in the room, that's cool. If they give you direction, like, oh, can you do it again? Can you do it slower? Can you do it with this note? That's cool. Doesn't mean you got the part. Doesn't mean you're closer to getting the part. Just do your job. They just want to see if you can take direction. Who knows? It doesn't matter. You show up, you go in the room, you do your work, you leave. Don't think about it. You got the role, you didn't get the role. You auditioned for your career. This goes for job interviews, anything in life. You go and you're not always going for that one specific thing. You could be going for a million other things you can't even see. Opportunities everywhere. Great. Okay, number 2. Lying on your resume. Okay. Who here likes people lie? I don't. I like being honest because honesty gets me where I need to get in life. And honestly, if you're going to lie, how can you keep up with your lies? That's crazy. You must be a serial killer, okay? You gotta be a serial killer if you can keep up with your own web of lies. Because in this business, if you tell someone you can ride a bike and you have to ride a bike on set and they're like, cool, we wanna see you ride a bike. Here's a city bike. And you're like, that's so funny you ask. No, you need to be able to ride a bike if you can say you can ride a bike, okay? Thank you. If you say you can snorkel, you better know. If you say you horseback ride, you better know how to. If you say you can do a really good Italian accent, if you say you're fluent in Spanish, you better know how to speak in Spanish fluently to someone who is fluent so that it makes sense. Don't lie on your resume. Don't lie where you went to school. Don't lie about your training. They can call everybody. Everyone's a small industry. People know everybody. Like, I can call one person who knows someone else, who knows another person, who knows someone else, who knows Oprah. Like, whatever, okay? Just don't lie. It's better to be honest. Only put the skills that you know you can do. The people can also tell when you're lying. The whole idea of fake it till you make it, that's cool and everything, and that can apply to certain things like, oh, I don't feel confident right now, but I'm going to fake my smile so I can feel confident. Okay, maybe, whatever. But don't lie about your skills in your resume. Don't lie about your school. Just be honest. Be a normal, good person. Like, I know it's a lot to ask for, but hopefully it shouldn't be a lot to ask for. All right. Okay, if you want to do background work, okay, that's fine, whatever. But don't put extra on your resume because people will only see you as an extra after a while. This is where you don't lie, but you can put what you actually were in a different way, okay? So if you are a bank teller, you worked at TD Bank, Bank of America, Citibank, whatever it is, and you're an extra, you can write bank teller because you were a bank teller. You were an extra, but you were a bank teller. Also, if you want to pursue acting and have lines, being an extra isn't really going to get you to where you need to be if you want to be actually with your lines. And maybe that's a hard truth you don't want to hear, but it can be good for experience and it can be good to meet people and it can be good for learning how sets work, but you don't want to do too much of it because people recognize your face. They'll be like, oh, it's her, she's an extra, got it. And they won't really see you as a player that can be with lines. And sometimes you can get lines from being an extra, don't get me wrong, there are like exceptions, but I'm just saying in general, if you are going to do extra work, don't write extra on your resume. Write bank teller, write coffee barista, whatever it is. Okay, Number 3, applying for roles you aren't right for. I am not blonde with blue eyes. Should I apply for a blonde and blue-eyed role? Let's think. Well, I don't think so. No, I'm not gonna do that. Do I wanna dye my hair? No, my hair has never been dyed, okay? So, I'm not gonna apply for a blonde and blue-eyed role because that's not who I am. In the same way, I'm not gonna apply for a 14-year-old when I'm not 14 years old. Okay, different. Now, this is a specific question. Can I apply for roles that I'm right for that aren't my age? Oh, funny you may ask that. Okay, let me tell you. So you can apply for roles that you aren't the exact age if you are in that age range, okay? Know your age range. It's about like 2 to 5. It can be like anywhere from like 2 to 5, even 7 years. It really depends on the person. Like for me, I can play younger, I can play older, I can play my age, which is great. Some people can only play their age. Cool. Some people can only play older. Great. Some people can only play younger. Cool. Doesn't matter. Just know your role, know your type, know your brand. And who is your brand, you may ask? Let me tell you. Your brand is you. Your brand is yourself. Who are you as a human? What are 5 words your friends would use to describe you? There's your brand. What shows do you like to watch you could see yourself in? Your brand. What do you like to do? Your brand. Okay? What's my type? I don't know my type. Your type is you. Okay? Oscar Wilde has a great quote. I'm not going to quote it right, but I'm still saying it anyway. You guys can Google it later. It's, everyone else is taken, just be yourself, be you. If anyone knows the quote, you should write it in right now because I don't know the quote by heart, but you understand the gist of the quote. Okay, great. So, only apply for roles you're right for. If you think you can play a biker chick with a leather jacket, okay, sure, apply for it. Only if you can actually do that and feel confident in the clothing and the type of qualities that go with that. All right, let me read. Hold on. Actually, I'm gonna take a break and we're gonna look at the user questions. Hold on a second. This is my water bottle, saving the environment. Okay. Question. How long does it take to hear back from a casting? Oh, good question. I wish there was an answer. There's not. This industry is crazy. It's not like I can do this. I can go to the grocery store. I can get my groceries in my cart. I ring them up. I give my cash or card. I bring my groceries home. That is a linear way of life, correct? And some things in life are linear, but life as a whole is not linear. This industry is not linear. Okay, so how long does it take to hear back from a casting? The answer is there is no answer. It can take anywhere from a few hours to a few days to a few weeks to a few months to a few years. Okay, let me tell you about that. So, let's say I had an audition right now, today. Today is what, Tuesday? Okay, today's Tuesday. Today's Tuesday, the 10th, all right? Maybe I hear back tomorrow. Maybe I hear back tonight. Maybe I never hear back. Whoa, crazy, right? But it happens a lot. Sometimes I hear back in a month. Someone got the role, they didn't work out, they wanna use me again. Cool, am I available? I don't know, let me check, all right? Okay, sometimes you didn't get the role. They told you didn't get the role. They move on in life. And then 6 months down the line, they're like, oh my God, are you still alive? And I'm like, yeah, what's up? And they're like, cool, we want you for this role. And I'm like, what role? That was 5 years ago. Just kidding, it was 6 months ago. Whatever it was, there's no really rhyme or reason or linear path of when casting tells you got the role. The thing is, what I said before you have to do is you go do your audition, you submit, you go to your go-see, your interview, whatever you want to call it, cool. You leave, gone. Forget about it. Did it happen? Yeah. Do I care about the result? No, because you should love to be able to audition and act as much as you want to and just be happy to do that. Now, don't get me wrong, we all want to book gigs and get roles, right? But if you have that precious mentality of, oh my God, I hope I book it, I hope I book it, oh my God, did I get it? Contact them, did I get it? You're not gonna get it because guess what? Every single audition you have, if you look at it as too precious, you're gonna drive yourself crazy. Because the more auditions you have, the less of a big deal they become. So it's good to have a lot of auditions, right? But if you look at them as so like, oh, I just need to get that. If I get that, this would be amazing. That's cool. I mean, I want you to care. Like, I get that way too, but I can't get that way about every audition, because guess what? You're gonna get exhausted and you're not gonna survive, and you're just gonna like be tired, and you're gonna get upset, and you're gonna get disappointed, because it's full of a lot of no's and rejections. And you gotta be able to be like, okay, cool, cool, thank you. We got the quote, Clint_2032. Love that. Hello, how are you? Be yourself, everyone else is already taken. I appreciate you. Thank you for listening and actually taking the time to Google. That means a lot. Clint, you are the MVP of this. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna keep going. Side note. So, is it worth it to travel out of state for an audition? Good question. This is actually a tricky one. So, I don't know where you guys live, whoever's asking this question, but if you like live in New Jersey or Connecticut and you want to audition in New York, I mean, it depends on how much gas you're spending, how much the train ticket is, how much time you're spending. Does this audition pay? Like, do you want this role? Whatever it is, you know? You got to think about all those. Is it worth it? Maybe come to the city for the audition and actually make a day out of it. Like, don't just spend the hour at the audition and go home. Like, enjoy the city. Like, go see a show, or go to a cool store you can't normally go to, or walk around, or, I don't know, get a cool, like, food you can't get where you live. Food item. I don't know, something like that, you know? What I'm saying is, like, you have to make sure your time is really, 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 really important, because that's something you never get back as we roll into 2020, hindsight, okay? Just make sure it's worth your time. So if it's gonna be really hard for you to get to the audition, and it's like gonna cause you mental strife, and you're gonna be like freaking out, and you're not gonna be able to calm down and relax and get into your groundedness and join at the audition and like show up, then probably not. If you book the audition and it's gonna take too much time out of your life, and you're not gonna be able to do it and commit mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually to the role, don't go to the audition if it's out of state, okay? If it is convenient for you, go to the audition. Now, I'm not saying if you live in like Wyoming, I don't even know the area, like that's cool. I never went there, you know, I don't know. If you live in Wyoming and there's an audition in New York City, that's really far. I don't know if you should go to that audition. That's up to you. But if you're close, sure, why not? What else do you have going on? Whatever, you know? Okay, back to my other points of top 5 mistakes new actors make. All right. Number 4. All right. Are we ready? Yeah. Okay. Being late to auditions or on set. Now, what do we think about this? Should you be late? I don't know. No, never be late. Never, ever, 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 ever be late. Now, don't get me wrong. Things can happen. There could be a pipe in your apartment that burst. You could have to find a new roommate with no notice. You could have to, I don't know, feed your dog that was hungry for too long. You could be stuck on a train. Whatever it is, you can't control that. Let's circle back to the beginning of this. What can you control? Being on time. Leaving with enough time for delays. Leaving with enough time of 20% of time for insurance for things that could go wrong. Right? So, make sure you're on time. Now, being on time to the audition is very important. Being on time to the callback is very important. But guess what's even more important? If you book the role, you better be on time for that set, or that play, or that rehearsal, or that show, or their call time, whatever it is. Because guess what? They put their faith in you. They chose you out of whoever else auditioned, which is a lot of people, because the audition, the industry is very, very competitive, right? And there's a lot of people who are auditioning for this one role. And only, guess how many people get the role? One person gets the role. So if you did book it, congrats, that's amazing. But don't get so excited where you're like, oh my God, I don't have to do anything, I can just show up, like whatever. No, you still need to do your job. You still need to show up with pizzazz. You still need to show up for yourself. You still need to show up knowing your lines. You still need to show up with preparation, hair, makeup, if you need to have it on before, whatever. You still need to show up on time. And on time is a little early, like 10 minutes. Maybe even more. But don't show up too early, because that's annoying. People get annoyed. Like, I don't like people showing up early, like to my apartment. I'm like, you gotta wait. Like, I'm not ready. I'm still cleaning or whatever it is. Okay, so be on time, please, because you wanna look good. You wanna be good to yourself, and this should be important to you, because if it's important to you, it will show, and other people will see that, and guess what? You'll be able to work with them again. That's amazing. So, if you are good with one person, right? A certain director or something, and you show up on set and you're on time and you're doing great things and you're in the zone, whatever it is, right? Maybe they'll have another project they're casting in the future. Okay, now, what if that project they audition people for, but guess what? They think of you. And they're like, oh my God, I remember her. She was so great. She came early on set. She showed up. She knew her lines. She was nice to people on set when she wasn't on camera. She was a good human. Okay. You know what? I think I'll cast her in this. You didn't even have to audition, because what is that? That's called work begetting work. That means that you are literally working with other people who like working with you, and they're like, oh, I want to work with her again. Let's bring her in. You know, and that really says a lot about your career and who you are as a human, and you should be very proud of yourself if that happens. Because when you can get a role and audition and book it and do well, and then you can literally get seen again for the same person and they call you in to audition, that's amazing. And if they don't even call you to audition and you literally just booked a role, like, that's amazing. Proud of you. But what happened because you did that? You showed up, you were on time, you lived moment to moment, you were nice to everybody on set, not just your director, not just the other actors, you were nice to the director of photography, you were nice to the people who were signing you in, you were nice to people who were getting your food, you were nice to people in the bathroom who were cleaning, you were nice to everybody, because guess what? That's the key to life. You want to literally be kind to people how you want to be treated. What do we call that? The golden rule in kindergarten? Or that's a silent one from AMC movies? I don't know what it is. But the point is that you want to show up and be nice to people because you should be. And you also don't know where it can lead you. But also because you should be, first of all. All right. Final point. Drum roll. All right. Oh, I think I said this, but I'll say it again. Not knowing your lines. Now, that can be tricky, right? Oh, I didn't book the role. I don't want to get glued to the script. I don't need to know my lines. I don't want them to think like I have no time. Like, no. Okay. When you do know your lines in an audition, whether it's a self-tape, you do it at home, whether it's in person, whether it's on set, whatever it is, you have the freedom to put down your script and have eye contact and use your arms and your hands and your body and be in the moment. But when you're reading a script, like, I'll give you an example, okay? I'll read something. All right, this is a line I gotta memorize later. Look at that. All right, I'll read this. Okay. No, maybe I should go with that one. I'll read this one. Okay. It's a new brew. It's the same as a ripe banana. I don't know what this is. This is an audition I can do later. Okay, it's a new brew. It's the same as a ripe banana. All right, cool. So, would I say that like, it's a new brew, it's the same as a ripe banana? No. If I knew the lines, it's a new brew, it's the same as a ripe banana. Okay. Now, what if I'm not too comfortable with the lines? I might hold it. It's a new brew. Look down, lift the send line. It's the same as a ripe banana. See, another line. Okay, the point is that you don't want to be glued in your script if you don't know the lines. If you don't know the lines, okay, it happens, whatever. But try to show up and lift your eyes up. Your eyes, as Shakespeare did say, I will quote this correctly, are the window to the soul. So please use your eyes. Do your best when you're on a time crunch. You want to have more freedom in the auditions, on set, it's not a question. Like, know your lines. Please. You're an actor. That's part of your job. That's not all your job. Remember, there's a lot more, but that is a very big part of it. Okay, yes. I covered everything. We're amazing. So, thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed this webinar. It's called Top 5 Mistakes New Actors Make. My name is Sophia Gutchinov. I'm an actor here in New York, and I'm gonna post my thing on it later so you can like follow, ask me questions, slide in those DMs, whatever you want. I have a web series called How to New York that I launched in October. It's on YouTube under the Tadpoles. And I also have a show on Tuesday, a week from today, about positive body image with body paint that you should all come to. Yeah, so just remember, top 5 mistakes new actors make are taking things in the room too personally, lying on your resume, applying for roles you aren't right for, being late to auditions or on set, and not knowing your lines. So please, know your lines. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Happy holidays. We are ready for 2020. Yes. The gift to yourself is your time and showing up for yourself and doing good work and being the best person you can be, because why would you not? Yes, it's raining in New York. I don't have an umbrella. Okay, bye.